Good morning, friends, and welcome to fall. I hope you've had a wonderful summer with family and friends. We sure enjoyed our summer break. We spent some quiet, restful time together up in the mountains. The weather was superb, so nice and cool. It rained on us several times, but we didn't mind. We went on short walks in and around the cabin. We also went on longer hikes. The pine-scented air and the clear, beautiful colors just were so restful. It was a great time to catch up on all those long conversations that Matt and I love so much. There aren't the interruptions of work, and way up here in the mountains, cell phones don't work very well, which is wonderful. Matt took some time to go fishing, and you can bet I set up in the upstairs of the cabin and quilted. It's customary for us to take a week and a half to 2 weeks, usually in the dead heat of summer, to come visit the mountains. And some point along the way, Matt's mom usually joins us, and that is when the shopping begins. Have you ever wondered why in different cultures the art is so vibrant? Well, I don't know why, but this time I noticed for the first time that the sky here in the mountains is so blue. It's our tradition with Matt's mom every year to hit a few of our favorite shops on the square. I love all the adobe buildings and the quaint little shops, especially all the beautiful flowers and incredible rose bushes taller than me that they seem to grow easily. My first shop to check out is one full of textiles. This particular shop owner had impeccable taste. I just marveled at all of the hand-woven blankets and rugs. She also had kantha quilts and a whole wall full of Indian block print fabrics. I would have loved to have taken some of these home with me. This one color scheme caught my eye in particular, and I think it would make the most beautiful drapings for a 4-poster canopy bed. Very clever of her to display these fabrics in a rainbow of colors. Our trip is never complete without going to the old bookstore. This place is nothing short of magical. Every nook and cranny is packed with books. The wonderful thing is, it's well organized and fairly well priced. This nook around the corner here is always my favorite. I picked up one book on salvage style decorating and cottage style. No surprise. There were so many more good possibilities. I almost picked up this one called Patterns of the House, but I'm pretty sure I've checked it out from the library or owned it before. Oh, Patterns of Home, the 10 Essentials of Enduring Design. This shop has also been my go-to place for getting books on impressionistic paintings, especially Monet, and I've used these to pull out print plates and frame them. And of course, a little bookshop is not perfect without your own little bookshop cat. Now, in terms of secondhand thrift shopping, I have saved the best 2 stops for last. This quirky, eclectic shop is called Jaybird's Thrift Store. We make a stop every year, and you actually never know if he's open or not. Oh, did you need a Mack truck with your carved statue? You will find that this shop is about as polar opposite of Mockingbird Manor as it could possibly be. The shop owner is Jay, and he was so kind as to vacate the shop and let me have the whole thing to myself to film for you. If you were to describe this shop as cram-packed, you would not be making an understatement. I think this one borders on hoarder, but I have found that when you see shops like this, the hunter comes out because there are amazing treasures. And right away, look at that blue and white. I asked him about this pair of chinoiserie ginger jars, and they are from the 18th century. They have the carved pedestals and the lids, and he was asking $150 each. Actually, not a bad price. To really see everything in this shop, it would probably take at least an hour, maybe two. It's also fascinating to talk with the shop owners. He has things from the 17th century, and he's very knowledgeable about many different kinds of things. I think that chest back there is gorgeous. Anyway, you can learn a lot from talking to antique dealers, and he often has people from all over the world come in and buy his wares. Last year when we popped in, I found a gorgeous little blue and white Delft hand-painted clock, and it sits on my kitchen windowsill, reminding me of the wonderful time that I had shopping with Matt and his mom. The randomness of shops like this never ceases to tickle me. I mean, do you need a shark vacuum cleaner or a headless doll lamp? Matt would have been interested in those sabers hanging on the back wall, and I did notice a few more small pieces of blue and white in the cases next to those rather gruesome heads. I don't know what those are. Hanging behind the display case is this etched tile or piece of wood. I wonder how old that is. It almost looks like hieroglyphics. Now you could safely say that overall this is not my style of shop, but you will find things here that you won't find anywhere else. I think unique is a great word to describe this shop, and sometimes mixing in pieces from another culture and another era that's a little bit outside of your core style is wonderful for getting that lived in, traveled, curated look. For example, in a minute, you'll see the rug on the floor, and it actually is really pretty. While I didn't buy anything this go-round, I loved those blue and white ginger jars the best. Who knows? They might be there next year at a discount. We're on our way to the last and best stop yet, and I just wanted to share with you that beautiful, vivid blue sky with the mountains in the horizon, and all of the quaint adobe buildings. Even our familiar McDonald's has taken on the look of the region. This last stop is a restore, and it's fun to see how different they are in different states and regions. This one is a very large building with a yard and lots of storage buildings outside. So here you see a beehive oven. And sadly, the furniture that gets donated, which won't fit inside, is put outdoors. So it just depends on when you come. These velvet carved chairs are still in good condition. Obviously, the table has been rained on, but this set of caneback chairs looks like it's still in pretty good condition. Then there are any kind of bathroom fixtures you would like to use. Over on the left there are windows and doors. This is from the other side. There's couches, dressers, appliances. Then in here is where they put the better furniture. And the first place I head is the lighting. In home goods, I do have a weakness for art, as you know, and lighting. This vintage looking floor lamp caught my eye immediately. I love the design on the base. And I know I could replace those candle holders at the top. Here you see every kind of imaginable fixture, globe, bathroom vanity lighting, everything in every style. Then we get into the lamp shades and bases on the right-hand side. And this is where you gotta roll up your sleeves and dig. It's a bit dusty. but you could find some treasures, even if you have to find a base here, fixtures there, and a shade at the back. This lamp appears to be solid brass. I give it a shake and it's lightweight, which means it is not solid brass. But you never know. This lamp to the left has a really cool footed base. Lots of details. It appears to be brass. But the shade on top definitely is not original. There was one more lamp in the back, kind of tucked behind, that caught my eye. Yes, that one. It looks kind of Grecian, Roman, I don't know. Lovely column, great detail on the bottom, but it was pretty bent up. Let's go hunt inside. Do you see what I see? My eye made a straight beeline for this gorgeous plum or mulberry Transferware teapot. Matt's mom was behind me when we walked in the door, so she didn't see my face, but I was thinking, don't squeal out loud, don't squeal out loud. It was in really good shape. There was one crack near the spout, but for $50. And then I spotted this English Ironstone compote. Oh my word. Oh yes, more Transferware. Not exactly my color or pattern. I can't believe this Ironstone bowl. They only wanted $15. Let's see what else they have. Over on the right, I spy a couple of vintage tureens. I've also learned that places like this, it's good to look through the old pots and pans. Sometimes you'll find genuine copper. In all these stacks of white dishes, there are 2 stacks of Independence Ironstone and a little vintage saucer. I'd like to share with you that I have closed my Etsy shop for the time being. Matt and I sat down and evaluated the time and the income, and it really wasn't practical to continue. I do want to thank every one of you for making it a fabulous experience. One of my favorite nooks in this restore to find treasures is upstairs. Up the narrow staircase and tucked up under the eaves is a long room with a very low ceiling. Half of it is art and half of it is books. Here is where Matt and I split. He goes left to look at all the books and I go right, starting with the frames. Like any other thrift store, you never know what you're going to find. Some of the frames are quality and some are just pure junk. One of the things I've had to watch out for is on occasion when we have come, the back window has been left open and some of the art is water damaged. But it's worth the look because I have also found a gorgeous portrait, and I'll insert a picture here. Besides frames, art, and mats, you can also find frosted glass or non-glare glass in large sizes up in this little nook, and I have taken a few pieces all the way home. This is a really pretty piece that would look good with a family photo, maybe printed in sepia. Here's a stash of the actual prints and watercolors. This one caught my eye and looked promising. Loved the colors, but it had water damage at the bottom. Let's see what's behind. Oh, an English hunt scene. Very nice, but still damaged. Here's another sweet little painting. Very simple but colorful. And then there's the books. On my way back downstairs to check out my treasures, I saw this fascinating piece of artwork. And if any of you know what this style of artwork is called, let me know. It was done on velvet and it was 3D with threads stretched on pins. Very intricate and fascinating. Here is a photograph of the plum Transferware teapot gracing the top of the bookcase that is now in the guest bedroom. The antique English Ironstone footed bowl or compote for $15 has found a home on top of the buffet in the dining room, holding fruit. I found a similar piece online and it was running for $100. Thank you, friends, for joining me with a little bit of shopping on our vacation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your summer was wonderful, and I'm looking forward to sharing either some fall decor or a kitchen organization tour next. Let me know down below which one interests you the most. And until next time, take care.